Welcome back to Let's Talk Big. I think many women feel pressures to do everything perfectly. Yeah, businesses, family, career, children, community. But I have learned that the strength is not saying yes to everything. Strength is understanding your capacity. And knowing your capacity also crucial to allow you to have a better version of yourself, because you will have time for yourself, to take care of your own families, to take care of your beauty and everything, right? Using your products, cosmetics, making sure you will feel happy and healthy and look young. And my question for you today regarding this segment is, have you ever experienced feeling burned out? Have you ever taken too much responsibility? And who helped you to recover during these difficult situations? How do you balance business, family, and personal life? Wow, so many questions for you, Lay Peng.
So many questions.
Yes.
I think these are also questions that you experience yourself.
Very true,
Right?
very true. We are the same boat on this, regarding this matter.
Yeah, so I think in the past when I was younger, I didn't understand what is burnout until you experience a burnout.
Yes.
For me, I think everybody's symptoms or signals is different. So for me, the signal from the universe was I will fall sick. Yes, I will fall sick.
Okay.
Like when I fall sick, it's quite bad.
Oh.
Yeah. So the first time I had a burnout, I had TB. I don't know how I got TB, but I had TB. And half my lungs was encased with water. And I remember waking up one morning. That was before marriage. I woke up one morning. I couldn't even breathe. I was crying because I was gasping for air.
Oh my God.
But my lungs cannot expand. Yeah, but it's okay. I'm still alive.
I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah. So it happens in really bad. It's not like having a flu or what. For me, So autoimmune, blah, blah, blah. But I think one thing so all these are patterns in my life. And I recognize that having patterns is just the universe way of telling you that this is your body reacting to it. So if you pay attention to these patterns, then there's a way for you to respect and honor your peace. So the lesson that I learned from all this is that I actually seek wisdom from spirituality. So it's all about the neuroplasticity. Sometimes when I feel a certain emotion, I learn also how to call on other emotions in order to kind of balance it out. Yeah. So I feel, I keep using the word feel because I honestly think we feel before we think. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's how I operate. I don't know if that's how people operate, but I feel before I think. And the reason is because the thinking is easy. We all have the cognitive reasoning and all that, but it's how we want people to feel and to remember that encounter that makes it relevant. Words are just words, but they don't mean enough. Yeah, it's the emotions that will feel so much more. So I feel this is how I experienced burnout and how I learned to recognize these patterns. And my journey into spirituality helped me to balance them. I won't say I'm perfect, but at least I know, okay, it's what I put meaning to it, and it has helped me. And I believe it's a journey, because wisdom is always about learning, like what you mentioned. And yeah, I'm still learning, so here I am.
I'm so much looking forward
For
your future success and achievements.
Together.
Together.
Yeah.
I believe in the power of we.
Yes.
And us,
Exactly. And what's the point if it's just one person?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, who's going to appreciate it, right? So I think it's I will be mindful of my time and the things that I do, because I feel like the alternative to this would be, if I do something that can impact more, wouldn't it be wonderful? You know, so
Indeed.
yeah, even investing in our own beauty, when people look at us, they also feel happier.
I know. I just had my DNA salmon, and Lisa said, "Oh, did you do something with your skin?
Exactly.
You look more plump." I said,
Yeah.
"Oh, perfect."
I say women and beauty, they come as a package, no?
I agree. Last question for this segment.
Yes.
What did motherhood or leadership teach you about your priorities?
That's a very good question. So for motherhood, I realize my children, they are really my mirrors. Yeah, you know?
I
and
know.
I have 4.
Okay.
Back view, rear view,
Okay.
side view, I don't know what view.
Complete package.
God says I need more mirrors in my life. But motherhood is really about allowing me to see a different side of myself, because when I interact with every different kid, it shows, and how I choose to respond. And I wouldn't say I don't think I'm the best mom, but I try to be the best when I'm with them. And that's how it has made me grown as a person. And for leadership, I also learned that everybody's time is very precious. So when you are a leader, what you envision and what you do is not just your time. It's also people's belief and their exchange for time for their belief in you. So I think as a leader, I realize there can be many good things. But if these good things are not what people believe in the company, then it's just my own, right?
Yeah.
But having a common language, having a common culture, and having a common understanding, that is what a true leader can do, because nobody can take that power away from the leader. And I think that's a huge privilege for people to believe in you. And so that journey of entrepreneurship,
Yes.
the journey of trying, exploring, makes it even more worthwhile as a leader.
As a leader. Okay. Leadership, I think, I always believe that leadership is a form of art. And in order for you to perform very well, you have to know your resources, as we mentioned earlier. You have to know your potential. And then those resources that you have assist you to be the best version of yourself. And then it will support you to lead others in a very strategic and efficient and probably excellent, awesome, and all the positive approach you can conquer.
Yeah. And when you mentioned about investing in people,
I'm a
it's the
big
same.
believer in that.
Exactly.
I love to invest in people, and that is one of my focus right now. One of my focus.
It's wonderful.
Thank you, Lay Peng. Your answer is marvelous. I think not only myself, a lot of people, the audience will be inspired by your, sharing today. Even
Thank
myself,
you.
I keep saying that I have learned a lot.
Thank
And you mentioned earlier that one of the key aspect in your life to be who you are right now, because you have your values. And I also a big believer that to be the best version of yourself, you should have your values. You should have that. And talking about values during happy times, very easy. But to apply the values that you believe during difficult times, as today, I believe, it's gonna be a different situation, right? Some people, they will try to bend it a bit because they say, okay, it's okay lah, because it's a difficult situation. But for me, if you are willing and you believe, I think there will be many solutions for you to keep your values intact, to be part of yourself. And those, I believe, commitment, discipline will shape you to be the best version of yourself.
Yes.
I have 5 favorite values that I always apply, and I always share this to my children. number one is integrity. You have to have integrity. Even though sometimes they offer me something very tempting, but I said, I might lose my integrity on this side. And I don't want that to be part of my curriculum vitae, So, yes, integrity is very crucial.
Yes.
Trust, respect, greed. Because nowadays, young generation, they like everything to be instant.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything instant. Instant food, instant success, instant popularity, right? But no, you have to have a grit to keep going in order for you to
Never give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To sustain, to be able to achieve your dreams, your goals, and your happiness.
Yes.
And empowerment. That's one of the values I believe. Some people, they don't agree with that because they say, oh, it's tiresome. Why you have to share your knowledge with others? Why you have to share your wealth with other people? But I think in order for you to sustain, to be the best version of yourself, you have to empower others.
Yeah.
Because those people, maybe not today, in the future, they can be your biggest supporters as well, or the world's biggest supporters. And these are not just words, they should become decisions. So my next question is, have you ever walked away from any opportunity because it is conflicted with your values? And what values become stronger through hardships?
I think maybe you shared 5. I have 3 values that I recently did some work to define. So these 3 values are, number 1 was love, number 2 is spirituality, and number 3 is beauty. So the reason why these 3 values speak to me is because I feel that love can conquer everything. Because people, we all have a heart, so I think love is something that is not often seen or recognized or used enough. Yeah, so I feel that's what I view it as. Number 2, spirituality, because I feel everybody has their own conditioning and also their own challenges. We can't expect people to solve this for us. No. We have to be stronger for ourselves, because when we are stronger, it also means that we have better clarity. We are safer as a person, which makes us more trusted as a person. And that will benefit the people around us. So for me, that answer was spirituality. So spirituality is one of my values. And number 3 is beauty. I feel that the greatest gift that anybody can have for ourselves is to see the beauty in us. Because when we are able to see the beauty in us, then we can see the beauty in others. So it's kind of different from like knowing beauty as what people define it as, but more of appreciating the beauty beyond the visual eyes. It's also how you feel when you interact with people. What is the beauty that, like says Eka, you have, right? The beauty of your energy. You believe in the power of creation. Like, I don't have the final answer. I just know, let's do it. Let's just try. And this is how I want to do it. This is my style. People feel you, and then they just flow with it. So yeah, those are my values. I think they also become stronger through hardship. And sometimes these values, I feel, all along they are inside us. Like I said, we have the answers to everything in life. But do we learn enough, or have we experienced life enough for us to recognize that these values can actually help us to navigate life ourselves? So I think with the things that I've experienced, hence these values really stood out for me. As to like opportunities that I have to say no to, I think I cannot recall a very distinct opportunity, but for me, I feel that decisions sometimes is not just a person's own decision. It comes from collective. And most of these decisions, for example, with husband and the kids, I have to respect him because he's the father of my children. So collective ideation and sharing of values. I can understand you, therefore I can accept why you have this decision. For company, everybody needs to have their input, and how this is collected, that is the beauty of the team. And I have to respect that. Yeah. And I feel so long as people are safe, feel safe to share, there's nothing that we cannot conquer because we believe in each other. And that is love. Yeah. So
Very
thank you for
important
this
love.
question. Yeah, thank you for
Different
this
approach,
question.
different approach.
Yeah.
But I think that there's no wrong answers.
Yes.
Everybody have their own belief.
Yes.
And they have their own values.
Yes.
But I think we have similarities, only
Yeah.
different wordings.
Yes.
Yeah, mine is more very masculine. Yeah, very masculine. My word lacks integrity, respect. But you cannot have respect if you don't have good personality.
Yeah.
If you don't have good spirituality, because
Yeah.
you have to have strong spirituality to love others, to
Yes.
respect others.
Yes.
You know, to respect the elders.
Yes.
You have to have love.
Yes.
Love and then spirituality. You have to have that. Very true,
Yeah.
very true. And okay, now we enter the next segment.
Yes.
Let's talk big again. Wow, the fifth segment. Finally, we're here. I think for me, personally, as you said, the best version of me, supported by having a happy life, happy family, happy choices. I might make a mistakes, but at the end of the day, I will bounce back and be happy again.
Yep.
And then some people say, "Oh, I'm not happy because of A, B, C, D," and I always said to them, "Happiness is a choice.
Yes.
You're happy not because somebody else makes you happy. You know, it's your choices. Like you said to your kids, you know, this is the parameters, and then you have your options. Are you gonna do it, or you're not gonna do it, or you making a different choices in your life." And I think many people are waiting for happiness. Oh, I'm still waiting for me to be happy because I will be happy if A, B, C, D, E. Again, you know, life is not depends on those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about your choices. And if you be content with your choices, with your
Yeah.
life, and still eager to pursue, you know, to achieve your dreams and goals, I think that would be great. And then it will support you again to be back at our team, to be the best of you. So no more people saying, when people said to me, my team, like, "Oh, maybe after I achieve my success, maybe after I have the money, maybe if my life become easier, I will be happy." I said to them, no, just trust me, you know, I can be your mom, I can be your auntie, I can be your big sister. Happiness is a daily choice, a daily choice. So, Lay Peng, maybe you can share to me what small habits and keep you grounded, and what brings you joy outside work. I think I know some of the answers.
I like how we laugh at the same time.
And then how do you reset after stressful periods of time of your life? And how do you protect your mental and emotional well-being? Because nowadays we hang out with Gen Z, you know, and Gen Alpha, a different ball of game. And they're always talking about mental health.
Yeah.
The platform is yours.
I think, yeah, I feel when you mentioned about happiness, where you said you're waiting for someone to give you happiness. Or even if it's, so happiness is either a goal or emotion. So I think people increasingly misunderstood or think that happiness is a goal. But to me, happiness is an emotion.
Yeah. And a journey.
Yes. So for me, it will be, you know, in an entire day, what are some of the things that I allow it to give me happiness? For example, it could be something as simple as drinking this cup of tea because it has these ingredients. It will help me. I feel happy that I have this relationship right now with the tea. Or today is so much joy.
I know,
To be
my
here.
God. And
you know?
So hard to find time,
Yeah,
for us to get
exactly.
together.
But you know what? We both made effort. You created this big stage in Swiss Berlin, Bogor, Eka style. And for me to come here, you got everything arranged. And for me to do this sharing, I have to also make the effort. So I think it's also not so much of the event, but the action of myself in that situation and having that emotion. When a lot of times I feel like we are time poor. So when we are time poor, we are just moving through life, but we are not experiencing life. But if we think about the events today, where if you were to describe instead of what you did, describe how you feel today, there can be many emotions that you felt today. And I'm sure happiness is one of them.
Very true.
Yeah. So I feel, being power women, being women who wear multiple hats, there's so many things that we do every day, right? Worry about the kid, But if we describe all of this into the emotions that I felt today, I felt happy looking at the orchids. To me, there's
I love orchids.
Exactly.
And matching your outfit.
Yes. And there's always something to be happy about.
Yes. It's a choice. It's a daily choice.
It's a daily choice. So I think it's also, thank you for asking that question, because I feel it has given me an opportunity to really say it, because I feel sometimes when people look at me, they say, oh, Lay Peng, you always look so calm and collected. I can't really tell if you're stressed or And I say, yeah, because the emotions are all here. I do feel. But it's just that sometimes when I look at challenges, believe it or not, or obstacles, at the end of a day, I look at it as it's trying to tell me a message. That's how I see it. Because I believe if there is a challenge, it can be solved. But how to solve it and what resources I need to solve it, that's where I need that moment to okay, I need to piece this together. But I see it as there's a message that is out there for me to learn. And
agree.
Yeah, right?
I agree.
And it applies to parenting, applies to every form
businesses
of
relationships.
Exactly. Like the other day, talking about happiness, I was boarding a plane. So you're like holding this, taking that. And there was a hiccup in a schedule with my kid, and my husband and I were just talking. So I was upset, and he's upset because there's a to and fro. And then I said something that he didn't like, but I don't know he took it so seriously, right? So I said something text, and he replied, I don't like the way you said it. And then you know what? I felt happiness. Because in my mind, I was like, wow, after so many years, there's still something I don't know about you.
Learning never stops. Remember we said that at the beginning, right? Learning never stops.
Yeah, so at the
Learning
moment
never
I say,
stop.
oh my God, I thank you for this argument, because it brought me a moment of joy and happiness, because there's something that I learned about my husband today. So that's just a small little, sharing that I have about, So happiness can come in many different forms.
Agree.
Yeah.
It's a choice.
Yeah,
It's a choice.
It's
a
simple.
Choice. It's simple.
Really simple.
Sometimes people think too much. Overthinking.
Yes, because they think of it as a goal.
Yeah.
But like I say, it's not a goal. It's an emotion that you recognize. And it happens every day, actually.
Yes, every day. Every day. So it's everybody like us, maybe the psychiatry clinics will be closed down. And they will chase both of us. You're teaching something that, make us losing our businesses. Yeah. All right, now we are entering the last segment of Let's Talk Big. Let's Talk Big. Again, to be the best version of ourselves, it is always crucial that you have your purpose and have mentors. I always say this to my students, mentors, and have a healthy community which covers you, support you, surrounds you, because toxic community, toxic friends is very dangerous, especially nowadays. So have purpose, mentors, and community. Nobody grows alone. Yeah, it's very lonely up there, as we agreed upon earlier. And behind every strong woman, usually there were also people who guided, challenged, encouraged, and supported her. We agree on these
Yes.
matters as well, right?
Yeah.
So these are going to be our last question. Our last question for segment 6. Let's talk big. Oh. Who changed your life? What role did mentors play in your journey? And what kind of people should women surround themselves with? And last but not least, what legacy do you have? What legacy do you hope to leave behind?
So the first thing that came to my mind was family. I always say you can't choose your family. And being in family business, I always say family business is not just about family, it also means a lot of emotions, like it or not. It comes with a family business. So, and my whole entire extended family, they are all in business. So there's a lot of emotions, not just in my dad's company, but also extended family's companies and hence. And I find that because of this ability to feel emotions from a very young age, the difference is when you're in a family business, even if you go home, you kind of still know the emotion at work. It stays on. If you're a working professional, you go to work, you come back, you don't feel the emotion because you're not in the same business together. So, but having that, I see as a tool. I'm able to feel emotions, even in other situations that, it's not family business. And it also allows me as a second generation to feel the emotions of working professionals in the company. Maybe I see things in a different way because I'm not their direct boss per se, because my dad is the boss. So I feel like I have this superpower that my dad doesn't have. Sometimes I will say that to him. So I think, family gave me the premise, the conditioning, and then how I actually learn and try to work with it when I'm finding answers. And as I search for the answers to owning or knowing what I can do, the people that I meet, they shape my thinking as well. And they come into my life when I need certain answers. And I always, I'm not shy. I'll just go to them and say, I need help on this, blah, 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 blah. So one thing I learned is that don't let emotions hold you back. Separate these. If you need to solve something that is not emotion-led, just be upfront and, solve it. But areas where it can't be as simple as having a direct solution to it, but because of the emotion side of things, then recognize that this is something that you need to work it in your own way. You can't just react to it. You need to respond to it. So you don't get action, reaction, then it's perpetual. Oh my God.
Headaches.
You need to kind of like sometimes the relationship I have with my dad is a bit like, the other day we were talking and then it's a bit heated. And then after the meeting, then we went to the elevator. I said, okay, meeting is over. What I'm trying to say is now it's back to daughter and father.
Father,
Yeah.
yes.
So certain things I feel, so long as we understand it's not a reaction, it's a response, it helps with that management of the emotions. I'm very lucky to have many mentors in my life. And mentors to me are people who I would say they willingly gave their time to make me understand certain things. But I feel responsible that when people give me their time, that I mature from it so that the questions or the future times that I ask for help is elevated.
Very important.
It's never a repeat. It's,
Elevated. I like that. I like
I've
that.
gone to a higher altitude now.
Okay.
I need different tools.
Okay.
I need different equipment. Can you guide me? Like how to do this? So I think, while they give their time and you give your time so selflessly, and when you see people being able to mature along the way, it gives you that inspiration and also that hope, right? That what you're doing is not just helping them, it's also helping them to grow. Because helping them is transient at that moment. But helping them to grow is a mindset, and that is a journey. So I think, like what you say, when women, we become leaders and more powerful, there are people who supported us. And I think that's also because we're able to do the same for the other ladies. So yeah. I can go on and on, but I think in the interest of time.
We have the sign already.
Yes, yes, we have
Our
this.
time is,
yeah, correct.
Our time is limit
But
for
thank
today.
you for asking, that question.
That question.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering the questions
No,
as well.
yeah. Super meaningful.
Yeah, finding your purpose, find your mentors, crucial. Find your community, very crucial. Don't be
Yes.
lazy to go out there.
Yeah.
To find your purpose, to go out there, find your mentors, and
Yes, and I think
establish your community as well.
establish your community, knowing that, because when you know the clarity, people can understand you, and then they will gravitate to you for that clarity that you have. And meeting with so many people, the one thing that I learned also is to just meet people where they are. I don't have to go an extra mile, they don't have to go an extra mile. Let's just meet where we are. But with all the good intentions and the values that we have in life, it's a good meetup.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah. So that's
Because we are
something
a
that
big believer in collaboration.
Yes.
With good intentions.
Yes.
And we believe in how we can grow not only ourselves,
Yeah.
but the people who will work with us, collaborate with us, who will, do a lot of things,
Yeah.
with our businesses, with our families, with our all activities in our life.
Yes.
We are a big believers on that area.
Yeah.
But not everybody is like us. But at least maybe what we share today can inspire, especially the young ones.
Yeah. I feel the younger generation, they are very. Actually, I honestly feel they are, because of their access to education and the media that they consume. I feel that they have so much potential because they can know so much knowledge within a shorter period of time and globally.
Yes.
So I think for them, purpose is very important. And if they cannot see how this generation or the older generations, all the generations before them, is able to exhibit that, it's very hard to inspire them. So that's why I always feel when we engage with the younger people or the generations after us, we are actually learning from them. Like, oh, okay, yeah, this is how I grew up, but this is how you... And when we exchange that, then we realize, oh, I learned something from you. Like for you, maybe the younger generation is, for me to put in time, I need to know the purpose.
Well, I learned a lot from your son, Williams, when we play golf together for 3 days in a row. I was talking to him, I was walking with him. He shared his ideas and he analyzed everybody's, how they...
Really?
Yeah, I was like, wow, very interesting. Yeah. And then I capitalized the information that I received from him when I was talking to somebody else, same age with him. So it's always beneficial when you try to shape your life to a better person by learning from other people, which is very different from you. Because my children are grown up already. You're still very young, right?
Yes,
so I was like, oh, this is so cute.
Yeah, and it takes two hands to clap.
Yes.
So when two people meet, when different energies meet, that's where you can create something new. Yeah.
And I believe something new will be established very soon with our collaboration.
Yeah.
I'm very much looking forward
Yes.
with yourself, in Singapore, and myself here, and our other friends in Singapore, Indonesia. I believe a lot of things we can achieve
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
And again, as my younger son, when he was young, he always said, and we can make the world is a better place. Yes. Okay, so again, yes, we believe that women supporting women, crucial, of course. Women supporting others, also very crucial, because I believe that, especially when we're talking about women, when we support women, because when women grow, I believe communities will grow. Because women
Yeah,
is,
that's beautiful.
I always a big believer on that. I always said that every time I travel around Indonesia, especially where they invite me to be speaker, or they invited me to be one of the curator with the products of small medium enterprises. I always said that, yes, we have to support women. When women grow, communities
Will grow.
Yes, at the same time.
That's
Okay,
beautiful.
Lay Peng, my dear friends, you have
Thank
a
you.
flight to catch. I hope you will not miss your flight. Thank you very much again for
Thank
coming
you.
to
Thank you so
Jakarta
much.
and Bogor, and so
Thank
as
you
well
for
in
inviting
Bogor.
me. Yes.
And I'm very much looking forward to see you again very,
Yes.
very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Let's
Thank
grow
you.
together.
Thank you
and
for
Let's go
Let's Go
big.
Big.
Thank you.
Bye.